So Gabe just told me he thinks you guys are cool people.
Yo, you guys are pretty cool people.
Pretty cool. Now it's pretty cool.
People. You guys are pretty cool people.
Hi, Ray. What's going on?
Pretty
T.
neat.
Schmidt, Game Delay. What's happening, everybody? Steve, what's going on with the Prime sub? Thank you. Nick Pie says liar.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, aren't we all, Nick? Aren't we all?
I'm
Not
all? Lying. I don't lie.
I only lie to my friends.
I only lie if it makes a story funnier.
I only lie to my friends. They don't need to know the truth. Yeah. But your friends know the truth, so when you lie to them, it spices a story up a bit.
It's true. I haven't been here long enough to be a liar.
Gabe was here, he just wasn't here. Ryan said, what's going on? Wad, what's happening? Wad said that color that I was mixing was plaid.
Plaid?
Yeah.
You need to get your eyes checked, Wad.
He said it was either eclectic salmon or plaid.
You're close on one, but the other one...
So I will tell you, Wad, that the color that I was mixing, not what's in that cup pigment-wise, but the color that replaces is eclectic salmon.
Oh,
so unfortunately,
really?
eclectic salmon does not make the March release now.
Oh, no.
Because I went back and forth with the artist, and they really wanted a punchier kind of thing going on. And I said, well, I can't give you bright and punchy. I can give you something darker along those lines. And I'm waiting for the feedback, but
Tim is going to be mad. It's okay. Hey,
I still already mixed it, and I know the combo to make it in raw pigment, and so we will be going ahead and making that for the next Procro baseline. So
cool.
set 5, expansion set 5, will have that in there.
Sweet. Heck yeah.
We do, however, get dark turquoise.
Man, you're just rattling off colors now.
Well, I've already told them they get the bismuth yellow and the ultramarine blue.
Oh.
The satin black.
Yup.
A rusty orange. A rusty red.
I haven't even heard some of these.
Right, so.
You guys are...
Eclectic salmon eaten by grizzly. Stuffed noogies. Kind of the way it goes.
Yep. Wizard's butt.
Kind of the way it goes. Forget what I was doing.
So the new color is Alaskan grizzly.
Yes. What?
I like it.
Spitfire, what's going on?
I like it.
Steve, it is time to make another wizard's butt, so there will be another wizard's butt forthcoming. But production has some keep like catching up to do after some major holiday time stock drops. So I'm giving them a reprieve right now, before we go, telling them, hey, you know what we need? We need another wizard's butt.
We need another wizard's butt. Lumberjack Tim, subscribe for 24 months. Officially a liar.
What?
Officially a liar.
What? Womp womp. You can never be trusted. That's a problem around here. People think they gotta wait till they get the label. We're on to you. We're on to you. Spitfire says, when can we expect another expansion set? Still looking forward to the new black. The new black comes in the next set of sets. There's 3 sets. 3? That's not 3. 3 sets coming out in March. Technically, late April, early May for the world at large. But if you're going to Adepticon, these colors will be available at Adepticon for their worldwide pre-release. You'll actually be able to buy them and walk away with them at Adepticon. Try them out. Well, that's 18 colors. Between 16 and 18.
Oh, you're going back?
It was supposed to be 18.
Yep.
I reduced it to 16. Supposedly today, I have the artists' new color swatches showing up for what they want.
Okay.
If I can get them done, which means I may have to stay late tonight to do it.
Okay.
But if I can, then I'll get them in on the shipment because I gotta ship all the stuff to the lab tomorrow. So we'll see.
So it could be 18. Anywhere in between 16 or 18.
It could be between. Well, it'll either be 16 or 18. I'm not doing 17.
That'd be kind of funny.
And that's the only thing between 16 and 18.
It'd be kind of funny.
Is 17.
Right between the eyes.
We're doing 17 and a half colors.
Yeah.
17.5.
17 and 3/4 colors.
All right. I don't remember what I was doing. I figured it out, I guess.
Can a proxy pick up the sets for me at Adepticon? Absolutely.
Sure.
There will not be one limit per customer.
3 signature sets or 2 sig sets like normal and then some other stuff. It's 2 signature sets and 1 special set that is done in coordination with another entity, we'll call it, that is not a signature artist. How about that? Will there be limit 1 per customer? Nah. We typically don't do that. It's not like anybody's trying to scalp our stuff like GW. Like, I'll take 70 signature sets. Except our distributors do that. I wonder if they're trying to scalp it.
What? Our distributors buying large
distributors
amounts of
buy
our
a
paint?
whole lot.
Yeah, our distributors buy a lot of our paint. I wonder if they're trying to scalp it.
You don't know if you have enough room on your rack, so you guess you need more racks?
Mm.
You need more storage space because we are making more paints. Welcome to reality. That is how it goes.
Yep.
All right. Where's my eyes?
It was funny at LVO we had a
Oh, child, what's going on?
new pamphlet that had some empty spots saying colors coming soon. And every time somebody saw that knew our line, they're like, "Oh, more colors?
Yeah.
You're gonna take all my money."
I thought I was done.
Yeah, I thought I was done getting all your paint.
Damn it.
Yep. They're like, "Oh, well, I already have everything." I was like, "Well,
Damn it.
just wait till March." And they're like, "No."
Solitaire has some good guesses. We're not either going to confirm nor deny any of such guesses.
Solo tear.
Solo?
Oh, my guess a new Sig series. Dr. Rhino AC
Oh
miniatures.
my god. You know what I did again?
What'd you do?
I left all my colors out on the mix.
Like all your paints?
Well, yeah, because anytime I'll talk about it when I get back so they can hear me.
He said, "Anytime I can," and then he stopped talking so that all of you can hear. Now I just sit here in silence while he goes and gets his paint. Jason told me to tell fart jokes. Does everyone like, here,
Man, it's really hard
here's
for me
my
not to
fart
grab
joke.
That swatch sheet that I made.
Here's my fart joke. There
That's
we
a
go.
good one.
It's a great one.
That's a good one.
Dan said, "Awkward silence is fun." Yes. So fun.
So I had this mess
Oh.
out on the mix bench. I have to, when I'm mixing colors, I have to bring the part of the range that is the family that color sits in so that I make sure I'm deviating enough from what we already have, right? So that I don't just recreate some other color. Don't you know, don't you know? Need that one.
Wild Child, yes, we will have 2 new signature sets that will be related to artists again. And then 1 special set.
Yow. Never remember how these go in here.
3 overall? Yep. 16 or 18 colors. TBD today. TBD today. My vote is more colors, but that also means Jason has to stay later, so we'll see what he does.
Oh. I was here for a lot yesterday.
Yeah. I know you've been nonstop. I was talking with Philip. I'm like, man, it's weird to think that we've been going at it since Monday last week, and we'll keep going until Friday. But you've been doing that for months. We're working hard.
Yeah. It's my life.
Lots to do.
It's what I do.
Artists are not already known. Wild Child.
No.
Nope.
We have not mentioned them. Wild Child.
You'll know. You'll know when it happens. You'll know.
All amazing colors.
Yes.
Really stoked for this round of releases, as I am for all of them, but this one especially has got some really awesome artists and awesome colors. Exciting stories to tell. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, we've been figuring out this whole artist series stuff as we've grown the process. And so this one will be the most refined of those processes, I think.
Heck yeah. What is this miniature from?
This is the lion from the Dark Angels. He's the Primarch of the Dark Angels.
Oh. So Jason, I did a thing this weekend.
Uh-oh. What is the thing you did, Gabe?
So I wasn't gonna do this thing. I was actually very adamantly not going to do this thing.
If you say you bought a 40K army, I'm gonna whoop you. 30K army?
No.
Okay.
But we showed up to the booth to get everything ready, right? But we were the second ones there behind GW.
Uh-huh.
And they come in and they say, "Hey, GW is doing a release today, so we'll need to kind of set some stuff up and blah blah blah." I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then the guy running the booth for GW walks over and he says, "Hey, you guys want to get in line to get some new stuff before everyone else does? Because you're here, you're welcome to." And all of us look at each other and we're like, "Oh, okay, I guess we'll come look." I was not gonna buy any Old World. I wasn't gonna do it.
Oh my!
And
That's even worse.
I did buy quite a bit.
What'd you buy?
I bought the Tomb Kings box.
Oh, Tomb Kings.
Yeah, the old school skeletons got me, and then I was like, well, if I'm gonna get a Tomb Kings box, I might as well get this box of Death Guard, and also this hero, and also this
Death
unit.
Guard.
Right? That's what they're called?
The 40K?
No, they're like I thought they were called, maybe they called something different. Something death something. Not 40K, but they're like a stronger unit. Tomb Guard.
I was gonna say Tomb Guard. You're talking about more Tomb King stuff.
Yeah, Tomb Kings.
So you bought the Battle Force and then some supporting unit stuff.
And a hero and those snake lady things and Upshanti with great bows. Yeah. And a lot of Gamers Grass. And a lot of Gamers Grass. Yes, I now understand Christopher on a deeper level on his innate desire to cover everything in plants, including his miniatures. Yes, 2024 prices for 1993 plastic, absolutely. But I was actually very surprised. It was an expensive box, but when I opened the box, it's like, there's a lot of plastic in here.
Yeah, I can't back it. I can't back it. It's a heartbreak because Old World Warhammer Fantasy was my thing. But I know GW too well, and they're going to screw the pooch on this.
I did it. I did a thing, and I'm living with it now.
They're going to get rid of a lot of stock. And then it's going to go the way of the buffalo or be unsupported or something. I don't know what their scheme is right now, but...
How's it going, Avian? Sounds like you were smoking some Gamers Grass. No.
Yeah. Well, good.
So, it'll be fun. Both Jordan and Philip were like, yeah, we're good. I'm like, I'm doing it. And then they both went, oh, all right. We'll get a box. So, Jordan and Philip joined me.
So not only did you do this, but you corrupted...
I did corrupt 2 people.
Other people.
Yeah. Yep.
Just doing some sketching right now. I'll figure out where my highlights want to be.
Okay, I heard that term a lot this weekend, which is very surprising. What is sketching?
When I just use kind of a loose brush stroke to get the colors kind of located properly. I'm not worried about blending.
Okay.
I'm just worried about, like, as I'm going through and looking for highlight areas, where are those going to be, right? So I'll come in here and I'll just kind of sketch where I want my light to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just kind of make the shape, right? This diamond style shape here of how I want light to fall on that side of the pauldron, maybe.
Okay.
Right? And then I'll look at it. I'll use it kind of like you do with a sketch. If you're sketching a character, you'll kind of throw some details on it, and then you'll look at it and figure out if that makes sense. And if you don't like it, adjust it. So, hence sketching.
We have a Schlebby, but her camera doesn't work.
The camera doesn't work.
No.
Should I go to the other chair?
Yeah.
What happened to that one?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's on.
Very strange.
Yeah, the
Okay.
light's not on.
Yeah, I'll have to go look.
Hello, Schlebby.
Hi.
How the heck are you?
I'm so good.
Dang, you have a lot of energy.
I have so much energy.
Did you sleep? Yes. The answer to that is
No.
yes.
I slept, but
Mm,
no, drives are never restful for me. I never like sleep well when I
you still got to
sleep in the
sleep.
car.
You still slept.
Yeah, but I don't. think
Schlebby got rest.
I did get rest. I have a ton of energy.
Shelby bought a bunch of stuff too.
I
Well,
did.
didn't buy. She got a couple cool things, and then did buy some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Really?
got. Yep, I
What
did.
the heck were you buying?
Jason, too much.
Uh-oh.
So, the first thing that I bought my mom a model.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought
Okay.
her a Blood Bowl.
Did you give it to her yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Is she here?
Yeah.
I got her.
No,
a
she
Blood
didn't
Bowl.
show up, so we don't have a ride anymore.
Yeah, your mom called in today and said, you know what? Screw those kids.
Makes sense.
I'm not coming in.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Spitfire got your trainer. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Have fun with it.
I think we might have 2 or 3 left of the first production run.
Really?
Sold out. Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Well, I say sold out. We got 2 or 3 left. But they are the first batch will be sold out quicker than we thought, so we'll have them back up on the store if they go to 0, but we got to make more.
Yeah, we sold all of them at LVO too.
We did.
Oh, good.
Yeah. On the 3rd day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People were really into it.
Yeah, they were, especially when people would come by to look at the miniature catalog. We were like, hey, if you're looking to like get into doing this, because a lot of them were like, yeah, I've never done this before, but I really want to.
Here's a good trainer.
And then
Yeah.
we showed them that, they're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is perfect. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's
continue, Schlebby.
Yeah, so I got my mom a Blood Bowl model.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
'Cause she really likes football. Not
Uh-huh.
because she plays the game, but she likes football. And it's like a little dragon. It's like a Chinese dragon type
That's pretty cool.
thing. It's super cool. So I got her that. I got myself the Witch King of Angmar.
Okay.
Uh,
Nice.
Just the 2 models, the one where he's on horseback and the one where he's just standing.
Uh-huh.
And then I got the Christmas exclusive. It's like the commemorative series, Age of Sigmar, I
The
think.
gobbo on the
Yeah.
squid.
Oh, the red gobbo.
Yeah, the Christmas Red Goblin.
Mhm.
So that one's super fun. I'm really excited about that. And then I spent way too much at Gamers Grass.
You too?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I just got so excited about it.
I think unfortunately
Because it hit your crafting nerve.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. And I was thinking about all my bird models. Like,
Yep.
I need grass and stuff to really make these bird models like take it up to the next level. So
You gonna model all the weeds that come up when they poop seed bits on the ground? Is that what you're doing?
Mhm.
Freaking birds.
no, but I got like fun colors. So I got like black and blue and purple and like a lime green.
Kristen Sushi said, that tough life though.
Yeah, it's Chris. You inspired me.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell him that.
I will. I'll
Well,
give him the credit.
So Chris also gave me a list of items to buy him too.
What?
He's like, here's my shopping list. And each place he had me go, I was like, oh, I kind of want this too. That's why I ended up. I said, hey, Gamers Grass is here. I know you like that stuff. And he's like, oh, get me all this stuff. He's like, here's my budget. And he's like, I was like, okay, well, they have this. He's like, take that one. Take that one. I was like, well, you're over budget now. He's like, just do it. Who cares?
Shelby, you're back. Hi, Mom.
She hates her children. Shannon
Wow.
hates her children. She knows
Hi,
I shouldn't say
Mom.
anything to Gabe.
Bye, Mom. I said hi earlier. Yeah.
Wow, a whole lot of love. Yeah, it was a super fun weekend.
Yeah, Shelby crushed it.
I loved it. Jen,
Good.
that's the best thing I've seen all day.
Yeah, Shelby absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, it was super fun talking to people. Just I learned a lot actually.
Good.
Just about paint and the community, and it was it was awesome. I loved every part of it.
Hi, chat. I love you.
Your voice sounds terrible.
I'm not feeling great right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Got that con flu?
Yeah.
If you're sick, get out of here.
I am getting out.
Get as far away from me as humanly possible. But hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
I love you all.
Please don't lick my keyboard
Yeah, don't touch my stuff.
for multiple reasons. One, because it's gross, and two, because I don't want to get sick. Con crud.
Yeah, I tried to make it my personal goal to keep everyone healthy, but
She did. She was like, Gabe, do you have water? Have you had water recently? Yeah, I just finished a water bottle. She's like, well, have you opened a new one? No. She's like, well, here, take this. If you don't have a water bottle, you need to get another one.
That's the way to do it.
whenever they sat down, I was like, when was the last time you drank water?
Yep.
Usually they were like, I can't remember, so I should probably drink some more.
Every morning, she's like, all right, take your vitamins. She'd
Yep.
give us all vitamins. Kept us healthy.
I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
1 out of 4.
Yep. Yep.
Shelby might win the new title of show mom.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I will wear that title with honor.
I'm usually the one having to.
Did Jordan forget to take his? No, he took his
No,
too.
he took his vitamins. I think he's just more prone to getting sick.
He doesn't take very good care of himself. It shows. Was he up late?
I don't know.
No.
Usually he's up late, hanging out with people.
No. The only night we were all out late was last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he stayed up
Yeah, I don't think so.
later when they got to the hotel room.
Does Baby J typically lick keyboards around there?
Well,
Do you
he didn't like for
do
us to
you
talk about
really
it.
want to know?
Jason, what have you been up to? How were your last 2 days of last week and then the weekend?
Pretty good. Busy.
Mm-hmm.
Busy. I was up here all weekend mixing paints.
Fun.
So, got some neat colors. All of them figured out. Jen was saying, she goes, so she started to really like those videos that she runs across on like TikTok of people that will grab a random object in the world and then paste paints on a palette until they get the same color.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From CMYK. And that's exactly what I have to do, right? So these are artists, since I'm mixing signature series colors right now, our artist will send me the colors,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have to, figure out what colors make that color.
Right. Because
Color
I'm
base.
assuming they're using just the paints they have.
They just use, the
Laying
Vallejo
around,
Pro Acryl,
yeah.
AK, whatever they got, Citadel.
Yep.
A lot of times I'll just get a name. here's a color I like.
Yeah.
So I'll stare at it on my computer screen. Be like, all right, well, here we go.
You
But no,
enjoyed
just-
doing that part of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's a neat creative outlet in a totally different way. We do it here on stream when I have to mix colors, but I always kind of know in my head what I'm doing anyway. When I get just a off the wall color from somebody that talks about here's this color I use all the time, and I have to mix these 3 other colors from these 3 different manufacturers together to make it. And you start from that. Sometimes it's like information overload, I don't need to know the names of the paints. I just need to see a final version of the color, and then I just match to that.
Hmm.
Knowing the colors of the paints will sometimes skew my thinking,
That makes sense.
because somebody will say, oh, it's desert yellow mixed with this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, so I'll start trying to think about what's in desert yellow without really looking at the color itself.
Stonewall says, hey guys, you'll be happy to know I've done well as a disciple of Monument as I've converted 5 people to Pro Acryl.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's what we like
We
to
need
hear.
a bell to ring on stream.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, I had so much fun ringing that bell.
She did.
How much fun did everybody else in the show floor have?
Actually,
They had a lot of
Pretty fun, yeah. There was a booth behind us. There's I think it's Dice Foundry or something.
Yeah, Dice Foundry.
Mhm.
Or Norse Foundry or whatever.
Norse Foundry.
Norse
that's what it
Foundry.
was.
The guy who was running that booth was super into it.
Yeah.
And he would like hoop and holler every time we would ring it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it
And
was fun.
then across the way, Artist Opus started getting into it.
Mhm.
They would like cheer every time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Good community.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
cool. And it was fun too cuz the people who I was interested to see if people would be annoyed every time, be like, "Hey, you're buying something, we'll ring the bell," or if they would get into it.
Yeah.
And every person who was like we'd ring it for like big smile on their face and like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is fun." So it was cool. Definitely a good ad. And it wasn't too loud.
Mm-mm.
It was a perfect sound. In a small room it's way too loud, but in that large room it was perfect.
Yeah, it's a boat deck bell, so it has that piercing. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
That was great.
Awesome. It sounds like you guys had a great time, which is another big part of that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, met a lot of really cool people, a lot of people who had never tried
Yeah.
Pro Acryl before. Got to show them what it'd be like to paint with something fun.
Mm. Yeah, just lots of cool conversations with people that were either trying it out for the first time or have been using our paints and wanted to know more about how they can use it better, and it was just really awesome.
Oh, some fun experimenting with Noosh.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Gabe got to live out a fever dream he had.
I did.
Oh, the dice one.
Mhm.
Yeah, you sent me that message. I was like, that looks really bitchin'.
I woke up in a cold sweat at 2 a.m. weeks ago about this idea of using Noosh to color the numbers on dice. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole of figuring out how hard it is to do that. And actually, it's pretty difficult to color the numbers on dice.
Yeah.
And while we were there, she looked like she was in her 20s,
Mhm.
mid-20s, but she was just asking about our paint and then had kind of mentioned, she's like, oh yeah, and, I make dice, and my brain immediately was like, okay, hold on, wait a second, do you have like 30 minutes to help me test this out? And she's like, oh sure. It was like during a lull when the tournament's happening. She's like, I'm just waiting for a friend to finish the tournament. I'm like, okay, I have this idea to use Noosh to color dice, let's test it out. So one of the dice booths gave me a pack of dice as long as I showed them what it looked like afterwards, and it was cool. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Fun
it was
little
really fun.
experiment.
Yeah, and it worked out really, really well. It looked
Mhm.
really, really cool. So I'm stoked to take some of the dice that I have that have some weird colors and change
Yeah,
the
and fix them.
all the numbers. But she's actually local here too, which was
Mhm.
cool. She's like, oh yeah, I'm just up in Surprise. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. They make metal dice too.
I don't know if they make
No,
metal.
she was I can't remember her name. What her company's name was.
Dice Cauldron.
Dice Cauldron. Yeah.
They don't make metal dice?
She does stone and like
Resin.
Yeah.
Stone?
yeah, like
Yeah.
stone, resin.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I know that they make them out of a unique surface material.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, now I'm super excited to paint again. Fun.
JNick2369 says, I want to thank you guys on advice on painting. I don't do miniatures yet. I'm currently working on an A10.
Awesome. Warthog?
Super cool. Slovak, how's it going, Monument Team? We're doing pretty good. How are you? Are there dice pictures of these out there? There are not out there. This was just a picture I took and sent over to Jason.
Spitfire, you'd probably use one of those little like containers that you like a felt box that you roll the dice in.
Rather than just right on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're cool though. There's a lot of cool stone dice
Yeah.
there. You also said you guys should do a wet palette that has a built-in dry brush palette section. Be kind of cool.
Wet palettes are tough for me. I'm our main
Hi,
product
Jade.
designer, and I don't use one.
Hmm.
I understand them very well, the technical aspects and stuff, and that also makes them very hard for me to make. We don't, as a company, we don't design just to sell, if that sounds weird, I know. But our goal is not just to sell products. Our goal is to make better versions of the products we sell. And the wet palette is such an imperfect science that I'm not a fan of trying to sell another one, because it's kind of like, if you have one you like, then stick to it. You know, you would need like digital smart paper or something that knew how much water to release into the palette before it would make sense as an actual tool. So I don't, as a product developer, I find it hard to want to make one. But enough people have asked, and I have looked into it with some partner companies and stuff, and you know, we've asked a bunch of questions and things like that. So if I have my way, you'll see a paper palette for traveling before you'll see a wet palette.
Ooh, that's cool. Light and Passion, painting dice easy enough. Been making resin dice for a little while now. Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't like the way when we were working on it. She was like, "Yeah, I don't have a huge problem with coloring dice," but I was like, "Okay, well, can we just test to see if this is faster?"
Yeah.
And it was she was like, "This will cut my painting time in half."
Oh, really?
By like
Yeah.
a quarter. She's like, "It'll be so much faster because you can just." Because what she was saying was that if you don't go fast enough, she just puts the acrylic paint on there and then wipes it away as fast as she can.
Yeah, but it stains.
But then it can stain
It
or
dries too quickly.
and then she has to go back and, you know, try to get it off.
Yep.
But Noosh was just like, "Oh, let's just cover the entire dice and then just take a makeup brush and just, you know, take your time. You don't have to do anything." And then
yeah, it's
cool.
Basically like able to be the dip that we all
Mhm.
joke about. You know, you can like dip your model in it and then wipe away what you don't want.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then she was like, and even if I picked a color that I wanted to do and it actually didn't turn out good at all, I was like, yeah, you could just like run it underwater, like just dunk it in a bucket of water afterwards, and then it's all gone.
Yeah, as long as you catch it quick. It does.
Yeah.
It is fast, but
Yeah, that would be more of like you wipe the first number and you're like, ooh. I
yeah,
don't
if
like
you
that.
know immediately you don't like it,
and you can just dunk it in and you're done.
Yeah. Well,
It's cool.
she was super nice.
Yeah, it's super sweet. It's fun stuff.
Jason, have you ever thought about doing like textured dry brush palettes?
I would have to understand what the purpose is. Again, and I always feel like I sound horrible like this. There's a lot of new things coming out. Like the Artist Opus guys have their textured dry brush palette.
Yeah.
There's other people that are now starting to knock that off. I've literally been dry brushing for over 45 years. It's one of the first techniques that I learned when doing scale models that blew my mind and made me really enjoy painting.
Yeah.
Which I think is the way a lot of people do. And I have never once needed to use anything other than a paper towel. Now, the issue I think in wargaming is that people are moving too fast. The general overarching problem in painting for wargaming is people painting too fast. We have a lot of people talking about speed paint your model in 15 minutes. This is all bad stuff, right? No paint on the planet sets up in 15 minutes to be ready to do what you're doing to it. So it's like painting fast kind of goes against painting.
Yeah.
I know you need painted models quick, but there's like a balancing act that has to be played there. And so if you're dry brushing and you continue to dry brush and never clean your dry brush in between, like if I'm going to do this model and let's say, God forbid, I was going to dry brush the lion, right? And I'm going to dry brush his armor. If I dry brush his armor and then I have another model like him, I don't continue to dip my dry brush in paint and continue drying the next one, because all the dried paint in the brush is what causes the dust. It's not the way you take the paint off the brush. It's that you have to keep your brush clean. And with dry brushing, it's kind of like a wrought iron pan, right? Or is it wrought iron pan? That you want to season it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You cook in it enough, and you
iron.
never
Cast
clean it
iron,
with
yeah.
soap. You just clean it with hot water and steel wool, right?
Yep.
You just take the top surfacing off because it gets that flavoring to it almost, right? Seasoning the pan is what they call it. Dry brushing, you want to be able to season the brush. You need to get enough paint into the bristles so that when you take the paint away, it still has enough to make an effect, right? and you want that paint to be semi-dry, right? It's not really dry, but you want it to just hit the edge. You don't want it to leave big brush strokes. So a damp brush doesn't do a thing. Damp brushing is for smudge brushing. Like if you want to blend on the side of the tank, use the brush a little bit more damp so that every time you hit the bristles with it, especially like the Dome dry brush, it actually pushes paint into other paint. You can actually wet blend with it, right? So some neat techniques you can do. But when dry brushing, I've literally never had to use anything other than a paper towel, and I can dry brush better than, as good as anybody on the planet. I will put that out there. And so again, it becomes one of those products where I'm like, I don't see the use in making one. There are already people like Artis Opus that make them. If you like that, heck, I saw people take their old sprues, cut them up, glue them into a little pan, and they use that. You know, if the worry is that the paper towel takes too much paint off and gives you that chalkiness, number one, that's not the case, right? You'll see me when I'm doing long, like if I'm dry brushing a lot. Like when I was doing the what are those guys called? These skeletons for Age of Sigmar. I was dry brushing them. Dampen your paper towel, right? And then take the paint off on the damp paper towel and do it. You have to be careful that you're using really good paper towels, otherwise the paper towel will shred and you'll get paper towel bits in your dry brush as you wipe the paint off. But using a damp paper towel and smudging the paint out of it works equally as well and gives you a really good effect. So there's lots of tools that you can do. I just, again, as a product developer, I have to see a problem in order to want to make a product to fix it. Otherwise, I'm just
making a product.
I'm just making something to sell. And it takes us a lot of time to make the product to keep up with Monument standards. And if it's just selling, it's just a flash in the pan. It's not going to be here forever. Pro-Acryl will be here as long as we're a company. So everything we make for Pro-Acryl, the models, the brushes, all that will be here for a long time. I'm not trying to make flash in the pan products. And I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody that's making a product to fit that niche. It just means that they probably have that covered. Why would I make it too? If I wanted one of those, I would buy one from Artis Opus. Right?
Yeah. That's fair.
If I wanted a wet palette, I'd buy one from Game Envy.
Yeah.
You know, we have one. We have one here. The Game Envy one, or he uses the Redgrass Games, I think.
Yeah.
But we have a Game Envy one that Kit gave me. That's great. You tried to buy one from Artis Opus and it never showed up. Did you contact them? Cast iron, not wrought iron. I was like, wrought iron doesn't sound right. That's what fences are made out of.
Yeah.
Good for fences and for cooking.
Just made a silicone mold for a beach-based topper for your Tino warband for Mythic Americas. Awesome, Overlord. Making your own like I don't know how often you do that, but making your own molds to do bases can be super fun. You just take your normal base, build up all the stuff you want on it, and then mold them. So you make like 5, and then make molds, and then you can pour that standard resin into them. Because the mold can be a one-piece mold because they're flat on the bottom, which makes it super simple to make. And then you can just make your own bases day in and day out.
How's it going, Chuck?
Jay, do you have the Game Envy ones? Yeah, they make good stuff. Oh, that sucks, Spitfire. Where are you? Are you in the US or Canada? He's like, Germany.
I did also buy some dry brushes.
Houston. Another Monday, but no fires or explosions at work. We'll call that a win. That seems about fair. That seems fair. I like no fires or explosions at Monument HQ.
No big explosions, no bombs.
Yeah, we're not really about that here. We're not trying to be that. Much to Shelby's chagrin. He's like, you know what would make Monument better?
Fire.
And explosions.
Brimstone.
Fire, brimstone.
You'd think it was Gabe that was wanting the explosions and the fire, but no. It's nice, unassuming Shelby.
Yep.
He's like got serial killer genes.
It's true.
It's true.
Whatever.
Your brother's not helping you out over there.
I know, he's really not.
She's crazy.
Not vouching for me.
She's crazy.
Well, I am glad, Shelby, that you had fun at your first ever convention.
Oh, it was a blast. So much fun.
have to admit that it was really good for me to have this experience and to not have to go to the show.
Good.
Yeah.
There was a lot that I missed as I was seeing pictures. I was like, oh, that person's there. I really wish I could have hung out with them.
Yeah.
You know, I forget how many people like Ben and, you know, the gang that I just don't get to see all year. And so I was a little sad, but I had so much work to do, and I got to tell you that as I was getting work done, I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah.
That's good.
I definitely think it's something where if, you know, you wanted to come out for a day to see those people, that it would be potentially enough.
Well, I thought long and hard about coming out for a Saturday.
Yeah.
And doing dinner on Saturday night with you guys. But it didn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But that is good to know for future shows. Like,
That's why we did this at LVO.
yeah.
Because it's close by. It makes it a lot easier to, if there would have been something that I needed to be there, I can get there quick in an hour. You know, 2 hours on plane.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's emergencies at a convention.
Yeah, not really.
The biggest emergency is the POS doesn't work or you run out of product.
Which we did have that, the freaking internet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They never got back to me. I railed them
What a-
over the email.
What a terrible.
Never heard back from them.
Yeah. It's
I mean, we figured it out, but it was still like, really?
No.
Seriously?
yeah. It was wild.
Glad we paid for that.
Yeah, I know. Well, it ended up working fine, but yeah, silly.
I'm gonna be
Silly,
needing
silly.
that money back.
Yep.
Which I'm sure they're not gonna be happy about.
I'm sure they're kind of preparing for it though. Everyone had to do something weird at their booth. They had that museum that they're doing in Vegas. The
Mirko's Vault.
miniatures. Yeah,
It
they had a
was
portion of it there,
So cool.
and it was really cool.
That guy has more models painted by more people than you can
I
imagine.
think it was like 150 different artists. It was like on a 150 plus different artists. They had like a sign that was saying that, but oh my gosh,
He's got over 2,000 pieces of art.
Crazy.
they maybe had 50 pieces there, and they were phenomenal.
They were,
Oh yeah, I mean you're
So
talking
incredible.
you're talking Kaha,
yeah.
Chistov,
They had a
Ben.
Yeah, they had a handful of Ben stuff there, which are super cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
Our good friend
Marco
Mally,
Fasoni.
ex Journeyman Miniatures guy, his stuff, he just got 3 pieces that they bought and are
Yeah, it's
being sent
awesome.
over now. So yeah, there's just a
Yeah.
ton.
They had a big I can't remember what it's called. It's a big ship that GW makes.
The Manta,
Yeah, they had the big manta
Yeah.
that was crashed. That one was really
It
good.
was
So
really detailed.
actually-
that's Squidmar
oh yeah,
did that, I think.
it's really I don't know what his actual name is. Maybe his actual name was on there, but
It's Lucas and I forget what Squidmar's actual name is. Somebody in chat will know.
but they were
Emil, yeah.
taking it to their U-Haul, and I was carting our stuff to our van while we were all packing up,
They did not drop it.
and they didn't drop it, but they were about to start loading it in, and the two guys started to kind of lift it, and they're like, hey, could you come over here and do you feel do you want to help us? And I was like, no.
Oh, the manta?
Yeah.
I was like, not that I don't want to help you guys, but I'm not comfortable
I'm not
picking
gonna
that
touch
thing
that.
up. I'm not touching it. And they're like, no, we totally get it. I was like, God, I'm sorry. And it wasn't like the two owners. It was like they're two guys that just were like helping them carry stuff in and out. So I was like, yeah, I'm not putting my hands on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the manta itself is $1,500.
No,
And you,
it's 1,900 on their store right now.
yeah. Phil, our chairs don't work.
Why chair no work?
I don't know.
Why chair no work?
Here, let me
Alright.
see if I can come fix it.
Wait,
No,
the
I'll just be a
camera-
ghost face. I
Camera
don't
right
care.
there is off.
Is it just not plugged in?
I'm gonna go check.
I don't know. It doesn't have the white light on it
That's racist.
like they normally do.
Nice.
But yeah, those miniatures were really cool. They had the we have that Seraph miniature that one of them was painted.
Yep.
That one was really cool.
Yeah, a lot of Mateo stuff is in that
Mhm.
is in Verco's.
Were you doing the lion?
Yeah.
I like the cloak.
Definitely looking at all of the museum pieces makes me want to
It's inspiring, right?
devote my life to painting.
Yeah, it was very inspiring.
I have a new goal.
I have a calling.
Well, it's amazing when that's, you see those things and it shows you a new wondrous form of artwork.
Mhm.
Because seeing Space Marines on the table and stuff is one thing. Seeing that type of artwork performed at this scale is totally different.
Yes.
You should go to the IPMS, has an event here in Phoenix every year down at the Convention Center, International Plastic Modeling Show, or Plastic Modeler Society, I think is what it's called. The IPMS show, and it is mostly scale military modeling, ships and planes and stuff. But it has a really, really good showing for, some pretty crazy bust painting and things like that. But looking at all the scale modeling will blow your mind. Seeing what people do in that realm with dioramas and the storytelling that they do and the amount of crafting that they have to do, because when you're doing that, more and more companies make more and more of that stuff, what we'll call off the shelf now, but it's still largely you just making up what you need.
Just take it to another.
Thank you for the follow, Bionic Radish. Love the name
Bionic
too.
Radish.
It's awesome.
Yeah, you want to make a city street that looks like, some particular point in the world during World War II or Vietnam or something like that. And these guys will take the photo reference of that area of that street and they'll build every brick back. And
That's
crazy.
cool.
We just got contacted today by one of the world's most famous diorama builders.
Oh, wow.
He has a YouTube channel and stuff. He's a woodworker and diorama builder, and he does a YouTube channel that shows him start to finish build these city street scenes.
Oh,
that
that's cool.
look down to the level like you took a photo of that area. Of that
What's his name?
I don't know his personal name.
Well,
I only got
handle.
the channel name, and I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so he's wanting to use Acryl now. So
That's
awesome.
sweet.
Dang.
Cool. Yeah, they had a piece there that was a demon, like a Age of Sigmar demon fighting one of the Stormcast heroes.
yeah,
And then underneath them was a couple Stormcast dudes kind of climbing up to on this hill.
uh-huh.
And then in the hill were all these bloodletter demons kind of like
Yeah.
coming up from out of it. It was
Yep.
really cool. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Yeah, it's just super, super awesome.
Do these people not have jobs?
I think that is their job.
Yeah. Funny enough.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm envious of people that just get to paint for their job.
Oh. Or you don't know.
Oh,
you
wait,
do
oh,
more
wait.
than that.
You do more than
Jason.
just paint.
I actually make the paint, so
True. How's it going, Ghost Hunter?
Ghost Hunters here.
You are unfortunately not the first.
Not first.
49 minutes late to that.
Just missed it.
Hey, you
That
gotta
show,
try.
but-
You know what?
E for effort, buddy.
Yeah.
First.
Gotta give it a try.
Philip, are you exhausted or do you still
I'm ready.
always number one.
I have my blankie. I'm ready for nappy
You're ready
time.
for a
Yeah.
nap?
I'm ready
Yeah.
to break in all my goodies.
Oh my
Dude.
gosh.
I got some
Did
skeletons
you
to paint.
did you tell them what you did to us, Gabe?
I did.
He
You
did.
jerk.
Yeah.
He is a jerk, but you fell for it.
I have self-control of a toddler.
And I get to help paint everything.
And Gabe knows it.
Yeah. It was
I'm
very
not
funny. It
gonna
was
paint his
the
bunnies.
the moment I
Well, see.
caved, it was Philip immediately caved.
I literally was standing there, like looking at the box. I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. One of the GW guys standing right next to me. I was like, I'm good. I don't need it. I literally turn around and Gabe's like, I'm gonna get it. And I turn around. I was like, never mind. Walked away with the box.
You got Bretonnia though, so it's different.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what. I want to make sure we didn't get the same box. We don't
Yeah,
need
and you wanted Bretonia. I think if I
46,000
I think
points
if
of
I
Tomb
bought-
Kings in the office.
yeah, I think if I bought Bretonia, you would not have bought Tomb Kings though.
No, I would not have.
Yeah.
I don't want to paint that much bone.
Yeah.
I don't have a
I'm very excited.
sadistic side. No, masochistic side.
There you go.
I'm very excited. And there's a new video too that Vince did using Noosh to paint these exact dudes that I'm gonna
Yep,
copy.
he has like 80
Wow.
million points of Tomb Kings.
Step
He's
by
just
step.
Like, noosh time.
Yep,
It's awesome.
I'm totally doing that.
Yeah, Gabe's getting in. Like,
Go
Yeah,
on the
Vince's
box.
Noosh video was really good. He really enjoyed working with it. I was excited to hear him say that he wanted to start playing around with it more, figure out more he could do with it.
Yeah, it was a really cool video
Mm-hmm.
and process.
Noosh is a neat product, it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Noosh is neat.
Also out of stock. So
The Artis Opus guys were they're licking their thumbs to wipe away Noosh on certain spots.
Yep.
And they're like, this is just so like they joke that they're just lazy.
yeah,
And they're like, this is the best thing for us because we're just lazy. So
We
just
don't
lick
want
my
to
thumb
get a
and
sponge.
I mean, you're talking about the guys that are really piloting the whole rebirth of dry brushing.
yeah, yeah.
Right,
Piloting.
because it can be, if you focus on it, it can be a really great method
Mhm.
of getting paint on a model quickly.
Yep.
And get it done in a way that looks really good.
Really,
You know?
really.
You have to focus on your technique,
Yeah.
And Noosh is something that's right up their alley.
Yeah.
Byron immediately was like, Byron from Artis Opus was immediately like, I need to try this.
Glad I got to.
Yep, super cool.
He had asked for a bottle, and I asked to make sure his address was correct, and he's ghosted me ever since. I was like, are you going to LVO? Ghosted.
Gone.
I think he deleted his face. Maybe he didn't delete it. Maybe he doesn't check his Facebook account anymore. Do you get more of a feel of what I mean when I say sketch, Gabe?
Yeah, yep. And so because you were sketching and then you're blending now, right?
No, I'm still
You're still
sketching.
sketching?
It's just
Okay.
in smaller areas, and because I'm mixing, this is only Payne's Gray and white blue.
And you've been building the color slowly.
Yeah, and so you just layer it.
Brighter.
Like if I go
Okay.
and I punch in, you'll notice that this is
Yeah.
not like none of this is blended.
How will you blend it after?
Well, we're going to glaze black back over this because the armor will be black. So I'm going to glaze black that'll help smooth a little bit of that off.
So you'll coal black with glaze and wash medium or transparent
Maybe
black?
transparent black.
Okay.
I haven't determined that part yet.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's cool. And that will just kind of blend the
Yeah,
layers
it blends the
together.
layers underneath it.
That's pretty cool.
We did the same thing on the
Hey,
cloak
that's-
where we kept
that's
it
pretty
super
cool.
sketchy, and then we used the airbrush with the mix of green and glazed wash medium, and you can spray over the top of it, and it just gives you enough of that texture to make it feel like cloth,
Yeah.
right? Without having all the heavy-handed brush strokes that I had on there originally, but it lets you paint very fast because you're not, like right now, I'm not having to worry about blending as I go along. I'm worried about where to put the color, because when doing non-metallic metal, like this armor, I got to think in terms of where is the reflection. So, I'd like to be able to think of that and not necessarily have to worry about all of the blending at the same time.
Slovak asked, what's the determination between transparent black and glaze and wash coal black, or what the deciding factor is between which one you'll do?
They are two different blacks, number one.
Mm.
Coal black is going to give you a dirtier black at the end, whereas transparent black is going to be more of a spot on, black. I even have the satin black here, so I could use that.
Ooh. So is there anything that separates them because of the type of paint, like that you're using coal black mixed with glaze and wash medium, or is it is just straight up just the color?
It's straight up the way the color
Got
reacts
it.
whenever you thin it down and glaze it. I like both. Like I said, it really just comes down to what you're trying to achieve. I want this to wind up being a little bit more blue at the end and some green in it. So I may use transparent black mixed with transparent blue and transparent green, not at the same time, blue and green, to get the the coloring I want. Those are really great. And that just becomes a little bit easier to mix and keep the opacity low like I'm going to want. The big thing is really, whatever you're comfortable glazing with, just find that color you like. Both blacks are equally dark, so they both fit the bill.
Songer, it will be available at Adepticon if you are at Adepticon, and then it will be available to the masses a handful of weeks afterwards.
The new sets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. How's it going? LVO was great. A lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was awesome. A lot of fun people.
We also got lucky. The first day we were there, Thursday, it wasn't open, but Friday they opened a brand new food court at the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
actually
good.
had some
Because
really
that was
good
one of
food
the worst
options.
things
It was actually
about
good
the whole
food.
Yeah.
freaking place is
Yeah.
that
6 new restaurants,
Yeah.
all
Oh,
right
good.
next to each other. Yeah, it
And
was
they were all
good.
really good
They were all
Oh,
and,
good.
Yeah.
and like super diverse. If you're like craving something specific, you
Oh,
can
very
probably
good.
find it there.
that was one of the worst things about that place. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
it's
burritos.
super
they
good.
knew it. They were losing money hand over fist at
Oh,
the
I'm
Rio.
sure.
It was
Mhm.
like ghost town. So I
That's
know
pretty
they
good.
knew they had to redo it after COVID because it was an old hotel to begin with,
Mhm.
and then being off the strip doesn't help.
Did you tell them?
Yeah, no, but it's so funny. So,
Oh yes.
we were checking in. Kyle was ahead of us, and Kyle goes to check in, and where he kind of walks by and he's like, "Man, they suckered me into getting, upgrading my room to the new tower that they just renovated." And he's like, "They got me." And he walked away, and we look at each other and we just laugh because the guy who was getting us all signed in had just told us, "Hey, we're upgrading your room for free."
And so we're like, boy, can we wait
I
to
cannot
rub it in
wait
his
to
face.
rub it in Kyle's face.
Poor Kyle.
No,
Kyle-
no poor Kyle.
No, poor Kyle.
He doesn't need sympathy.
And later, Kyle was talking about his first game. We asked him how his first game went, and he's like,
I saw the picture of the
Awful.
guy that decimated
Yep.
him that you guys took
Yeah.
the photo
I
with.
think the phrase was "beat the brakes off me."
"Yeah, he
Yeah.
beat the brakes off him," because he was saying, he's like, "I was playing fine. My dice just were terrible."
Yeah.
And like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that sucks." He's like, "Yeah, it's all right." The guy was nice though. And then later, the next day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the next
It was
day.
the next day.
Is it? Because he was talking about he was 2-0 and he felt
Yeah.
bad about it.
Yeah, so that guy came to the booth, and we didn't know, obviously. He was just talking about his games. We're asking him, and he's being nice. He's like, "Yeah, I'm 2-0. I feel really bad about my first game, though. The guy's dice was just terrible." And we're like, "Wait a second.
The guy's named Kyle.
Do you think this guy was Kyle?" He's like, "Yeah, I think that's Kyle. Yeah, big dude, white hair." He's like, "Yeah, that's him." And we all start giving him high fives. Like, yeah. And we called Jordan over.
We're beating poor Kyle.
Yeah, we called Jordan over, and Jordan's like, "Yeah, what's up?" It's like, "This is the guy that beat Kyle." And he went, "Up top. Come on."
Poor Kyle.
And then they're like, "Can we get a picture with you?"
Yeah, we were so excited.
So
Oh my
funny.
god, you guys are horrible.
And then later, Kyle told us that he ran into some other players that he was just talking with, and they like the third day, and they were talking about how, their games were good, but and like they had another buddy with them that was doing pretty good and had like a really easy first game, and they were all wearing, the guys from Canada, they're all wearing Canadian, like their jerseys. He's like, "Wait a second. Is it this guy?" And they're like, yeah, that's our buddy. He's like, "I was that dude." He's like, "I can't get away from this first
Canadian.
game."
Yeah.
It's okay. He got an award, so it's fine.
Kyle did?
Yeah, he got it was
The
best,
wooden spoon?
No,
Yes,
he
he got the wooden spoon.
I don't think so.
No.
No,
No.
he got best.
General?
No, it's what's the
He got like I think it was best overall. It was best overall loyalist.
Loyalist,
Not best
best-
overall army.
yeah best
Best
loyalist.
overall
Yes,
loyalist.
Best loyalist. Yeah. Yeah,
Didn't
best
he have
loyalist.
to switch to loyalist too?
No, Bill had to switch to traitors. because
Oh.
they were mismatched
Gotcha.
Mm.
in terms of because it's narrative. They need to be equal teams on both sides.
Yeah. Okay.
But you
Yeah,
can
pretty
use
fun.
whatever models you bring because
Yeah,
any of them can be either.
exactly. You just had the wrong color scheme, I'm sure.
Very funny though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
No, Phil, you don't. It's literally any legion can be either.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh,
So it's
really?
not
Even,
about
even
color
in terms
schemes.
of color schemes?
You can say, yeah, I have blood angels that are heretics.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So the story tells that some people from all legions.
They just
wound
all,
up.
yeah, just they're
That's
everywhere. Oh, that's cool. That makes things easy to play.
It's a little harder with like Imperial Fists and such, and Blood Angels especially, because that kind of wasn't the idea. But
Yeah.
they've let it be a thing. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to make things easy.
Yeah, Kyle did join us to get dinner with Ben, which was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Get to-
Dinner with Ben Comments was
get
great.
to-
Yeah, he's
hang out.
awesome.
Hang out with Ben.
He's really funny.
He's
Ben's great.
hilarious.
He's hilarious. I
Ben
was
is a
not
very cool
expecting
guy.
that level of humor.
Yeah, no, he's so
I
funny.
got
from a
I-
German.
I know. From
Yeah.
a German.
From a German.
We got out of the car just crying, laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh
My stomach
God.
hurt after.
He immediately sent me a message saying your crew is so fun.
That's awesome.
Aw.
Good,
so
good.
cool.
That's probably because you laughed at his jokes.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
actually
He's
funny.
Yeah.
He's
He's very
so funny.
thankful.
And
Yeah. He's,
No,
he's
Ben
good
and Matt
people.
are great.
Well, and it got to the point too where I think Gabe and I's laughs were making him laugh.
oh,
Yeah.
you guys were going. It
'Cause
was
we
so
were-
funny.
We were crying laughing
Yeah.
about something stupid.
I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. He's cool.
Ben's super cool. Hence the reason we make paint with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, cool people.
Then we hung out with the Artist Opus
Do
guys.
cool
and we
stuff
talked
with
about
them.
that. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, the Artist Opus team is really cool too.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they had the painting phase guys with them as well.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Jeff and Pat.
Yeah, and they're also really
Pat?
cool.
Am I right?
Pat, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I talked to Jeff the whole time. It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good people.
Good.
Is the painting phase where Peachy landed?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's why I
Peachy,
know that.
Peachy wasn't there, but the other two were.
Good, you got him to commit to using Procrawl, right?
I think so.
They did come by. They
I
did
talked
come
Jeff
and get
into it,
some.
pretty
Yeah,
sure.
they did come and get some Procrawl while we were there.
Yep. LVOP. Yeah, JP, we're back. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan already went home. He's not feeling great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan sounded terrible.
Yeah,
He did.
he
He
sounded
sounded really
awful. Had a little tickle in my throat this morning, and he's like, "Yeah, me too." Mine's like kind of whatever. And like
Fine,
by the
yeah.
time he got out of the car, he sounded awful.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I know. I think mine is just from using my voice so much. Having to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
you
you're like
talk and you talk a lot louder because you're
Yes.
talking over everything.
Yeah.
and-
yeah. That's what I was telling her. I was like, it's not just your normal talking voice. You're like shouting at
Yeah.
people the whole weekend.
Yeah. I'm enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very energetic.
Which is great, but it does. Just
Where's you out?
Takes it
Yeah.
out of you.
voice.
Mm-hmm. On Discord said the Monument Hobbies booth only had left-handed paintbrushes.
Yep.
I was like, I told you so.
Yep.
I guess they don't believe.
How it goes.
Only
Sorry.
left-handed.
Left-handed only.
The rule.
Termination.
Except for right-handed people. We discriminate
I'm-
against right-handed
I'm
people,
right-handed.
apparently.
That's why I can't paint. I'm using
true.
our brushes. No. I love painting.
Slavic, is that why I can't get my paint to cooperate? Yes.
Maybe.
You blame Schlubby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Schlubby.
I look for the left-handed ones and I go, yep, this one's good.
Yep, this one's for Slavic.
We have a whole box of right-handed brushes here because she keeps rejecting them all.
So many.
Yeah.
Mm,
So if you ever need one, just hit me up.
yeah.
I've got
Got a
I've
deal
got
under
great
the table.
scalper prices on right-handed brushes
$7,200.
on sale for only 500% markup.
Yeah.
Damn
On
righties.
sale.
Oh, IDs.
Damn righties making me have to cut with the wrong hand my whole life.
Yeah.
I had a freaking teacher who did that. She was like,
Ugh.
well, you're left-handed. Here's the left-handed scissors. I was like, I can't use these. And she was like, you being smart with me? I'm like, I can't use the scissors. I was like in 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So.
April Fool's joke waiting to happen that only chat will get. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
there's been a couple chat only jokes that ended up
working out.
working out.
Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint.
Don't
It was
eat the
definitely
paint.
a chat only joke for a while. Now it's everywhere.
I turn them upside down and they work perfectly fine, like a guitar.
Yes. Turning your guitar upside down works perfectly well.
That's exactly how it works.
Just gotta learn how to do it
Not a problem at
backwards.
all with that. Trust me. That's how I learned to play guitar. Upside down.
That's
The next
funny.
sense of humor item for the shop: left-handed brushes.
Yeah.
That would be very funny. Not gonna lie, very funny. Just a stick of wood with brush onto. There's no way that it could be left or right-handed. It's not possible.
Just a stick.
You're
Just a
gonna
chopstick.
get somebody who's like, "What? Where's the right-handed ones?" And you're like, "Okay, That's,
all right, buddy.
yeah, that's not. It's a it's a cylinder."
We're just going to answer all the questions in support with think about it for a
Yeah.
second. We're going to need you to just
Wait
think
for
about
it.
this for a second.
Wait for it.
I mean, we already had to make a sense of humor bottle.
They're you can buy right-handed brushes next to the right-handed forks at the
Right
grocery
next to
store.
Yep, same aisle.
Yep.
Who let the trolls out?
They say don't eat the paint, but I hear the next secret set release is in conjunction with
Oh,
Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. He's our next signature artist.
Ha!
Dave, you're not supposed to tell people.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh no.
It'd be very
The
funny.
Gordon Ramsay signature paint set.
As long as there's a color in there called Idiot Sandwich.
And okay, Guardian, sorry, still really new in the painting scene. I was wondering what I might be doing wrong to avoid getting a chalky texture after using the bold titanium white.
You are thinning it too much and trying to layer it too much, right? So, with our paints, they don't need to be thinned like other paints you may have used. You'll see me right now thinning them way down because I'm trying to glaze. So, but if you're not trying to glaze, the only reason you really need to thin Pro Acryl is for opacity. So there's thinning for consistency, or what is called viscosity, meaning that the paint is just too thick to really use right out of the bottle. Our paints aren't like that. Our paints are formulated to paint with right out of the bottle. So you need to have a little bit of a damp brush, but by damp, I don't mean dripping with water. I mean damp, like just barely moist, because that's the way bristles in a brush need to be. They can't be purely dry or they won't draw the paint up and release the paint. So you probably have seen that happen. It gives you a real sketchy, almost charcoal-y look when you paint with a dry brush. So your brush needs to be a little bit damp, but you can, like, I paint with a glass palette. So this is a piece of glass, right, with paint on it. And so right now I'm blending between Payne's gray and white blue here into this mix in the middle, and I'm just using a damp brush. And then, taking the paint straight off the palette and onto the model. So what happens is that a lot of paints in our hobby are too thick right out of the bottle to do that with. And so what we wind up doing to compensate is we thin them with more water to get them to be like Pro Acryl. And you don't have to do that part. The only time you're going to thin Pro Acryl is if you want to be able to start seeing through the paint. You want it to be less opaque, then start thinning it more. But as you do that, if you're thinning your paint and then trying to build it back up to have opacity, you're going to build up a lot of layers of very thin paint, and you're going to get that texture because of the matte finish of our paint and the fact that when you thin paint, the pigment spreads. That's what happens, so that it becomes less opaque. And now it's in random positions on the model. So just don't thin as much. Because you'll see, I don't have any pure white on this guy, but all of our paints are exactly the same. The bright colors tend to show it off more, strictly because you're having to use so many more layers to build them up to opacity over dark substrates. So just skip that 15 layers of glazing and thin stuff and just get your brain into the fact that you just need 1 or 2 coats. And don't thin. Big Bobzilla, that's not what you do. So there's no answer for you. You horrible human, you.
Punisher said Gordon Ramsay, eclectic salmon confirmed. NK Guardian said, "Okay, we'll try that. I appreciate you taking the time to answer my question."
Oh yeah, no problem. That's what the
Always.
stream is for. I tend to work on models, but we're really here to help you feel confident about your painting. So if you go after it and you're still feeling a little troubled, come back in. I'll show you.
It would be a little lackluster of a stream if we just sat here looking at the camera waiting for questions, but we do love having questions while we paint and hang out.
We welcome them.
I could do it. Sit here silently.
It's like
Can we just do like a 2-hour stream where I just sit and stare at the camera
it's
for
just-
2 hours?
just silent
it reminds me
stream.
of like when I was in middle school, we'd do book annotations, and my teacher would always be like, "All right, anyone have any thoughts?"
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, "No one have any."
No
Like,
one says
no one
anything.
and you're just like, the teacher would always say, "I can sit here in silence until somebody says something." I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful.
It's the worst.
Yeah, you can also ask us questions on our social media.
Discord.
Definitely. Yeah, Discord's a great
Discord, we
place to
got
do it.
channels for it.
Yeah, Discord's probably the best way because we can have a conversation with you through there.
Our community is great there. They'll answer
Yep.
sometimes before we do.
PK eating bananas and waiting for questions while looking into the camera.
I mean,
I'll-
I'm not gonna say it doesn't
Everyone
happen.
gets a banana.
I'm not
Everybody
saying
gets a
awkward banana eating doesn't happen on stream because we've all seen it. I'm just saying that that's not what our focus is, maybe.
Can you teach me how to do 6 single crochet in a magic ring? I can do that. I can teach you that, but not currently.
I'm glad you understood what she
I have no idea what that
Yeah,
person
that's
said.
It's a different language entirely.
Yep.
Shelby is speaking a different language with somebody in chat.
I saw
don't know.
6SC and I got stuck.
I was like, what?
I don't know what that 6 second.
In a
6 seconds in a magic
in a
ring. Is that
magic
like a
ring?
fight club?
Yeah. Yeah.
6
Yeah.
seconds in the magic ring.
Everyone get your wand. Fight.
Yeah, I know. Dad always says that when I start talking about crocheting and like different things, it just sounds like a different language.
I'm sure if your dad talked about woodworking too, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, but you're at least using words that are English.
Okay, that actually, yeah.
Like, you can kind of understand. Like when he says dovetail, you're like, okay, yeah, like I can get there.
Like a rooster.
Yeah, exactly.
Big Bobzilla said, Mustang and I are trying to think of ways to up the best gift ever at Adepticon.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Ooh.
The best gift ever is the one that's sitting on that shelf in my office. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
What? Oh.
We don't know if we want. What does one up mean?
Yeah. Ugh.
No, not in.
I have seen it.
Mm.
Awkward Panda understands crochet speak.
Exactly.
And I want to go back to this whole woodworking has a better language than crochet. I think you're
disagree.
smoking crack.
No, I didn't say better. I said more understandable.
Okay, so if I tell you, go make me a biscuit,
Yeah, okay, you got me there.
see?
Boom roasted.
I think many different hobbies have that though.
Yeah,
Like,
I think every niche.
yeah.
does
Filmmaking.
it.
Yeah, the language is all weird all over the place.
Filmmaking, there's one that's called a baby pin, which could also be called a lollipop. And it's
Lollipop.
just the thing that sits on the ceiling that you can like mount to.
Yep.
Called baby pin.
Baby pin.
Yeah, we have a couple of them.
Yeah. Baby pins and lollipops.
Jade, you finished the sewing challenge.
What?
What was the sewing challenge?
I need to know.
Yeah.
Chuck
I
Newman
remember.
said,
I
"Well, I
remember
was
we
just gonna
talked
bring
about it one
pumpkin
time.
bread.
Instead of
Challenge
doing, like, a
accepted."
painting challenge. It was a monthly
I'm
sewing
so
challenge.
excited.
What? I need to
So I
know.
was gonna do something. What is it? Send us pictures.
Nicholas said, "A biscuit. You want me to wear a cat fursuit and need you?"
Oh, I'm not into that.
That's.
I feel like I just got transported to a place I don't want to be.
I
need an adult. I need an adult.
Everything's allowed on
I'm
the internet,
blinking
Jason.
twice, silently.
I need an adult.
I'm inwardly blinking twice, chat.
I am an adult.
That's funny.
Oh, she made a dress.
A dress? Oh, we need to see it.
That's awesome. What's the best channel?
You could. Should we do the channel?
What's the best channel?
Completed project. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe completed projects or main chat.
Who's this?
Jade.
Jade made a dress.
She
She
does
did
all that.
She
She
did
does
a
all that.
sewing
It's not
challenge.
cosplay. It's
Yeah, it's like Renaissance.
yeah, Ren Fair stuff.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Does amazing stuff.
Oh, we do need a fiber arts channel.
Fiber arts.
I agree. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
There's
I'd
gonna
go
be two
buck
of you.
wild.
Yeah.
Hey, Gabe, you want to tell her or you want me to?
Shelby, we're letting you open up a miniature clothing brand.
Woo!
Gabe's fired. That was not what Gabe was supposed to tell Shelby.
We are not on the same page.
Yeah.
That was not what he was supposed to tell
We're in
Shelby.
different libraries.
Hey, it's your first day back, Gabe. You're already fired.
At least once a week.
Ooh,
he gets
Jade, you don't
fired.
use patterns? That's
Ooh.
crazy.
That's fun.
I already respected you, and my respect just like skyrocketed.
Jason, that's a very nice wooden handle you got there.
Yeah,
Mhm. Is that a biscuit?
it is not biscuited,
Oh.
Phil.
Is
Oh,
it
biscuited. It's a verb.
It's a verb. It is, yes.
Well, there's biscuit is a noun, but biscuiting is the process.
It's the process of making a biscuit.
Oh.
Do you use gravy too?
I don't think in wood you want the gravy.
Do we get tea?
Biscuits and tea.
English.
Love me some tea.
We had a whole war over that.
It's true.
Two, actually.
Not looking for spoilers, but do you think any new products by Adepticon? Yeah. We're gonna have
Spoiler, yes.
Yeah.
16 or 18 new colors.
Yeah, a lot of new colors.
Tons of new colors. We've got, by the time Adepticon rolls around, we'll have some new bags.
Bigs.
Big.
New
Yep.
bags.
New bags will be there. They're coming in a couple weeks from
I
now.
was gonna say they're gonna be here well before.
That's awesome.
We potentially might have a fun thing to show off while we're there.
Ooh.
Lots of spoilers. Things, yes.
Lots of things and fun things.
Yeah, our first. Gabe's referring to our first game.
Uh-huh.
Hmm?
I just have to
Our
make sure
first
that I'm
game
not...
may be at Adepticon.
Yeah.
although
Wait
it
for,
would-
wait for
Just
Jason to
spit
say
stuff
it.
out. Yeah, yeah.
You just wait for
Yeah.
Jason to say it, just in case.
Yep, just in case. My brain is
Gabe's
melted.
already been fired once today. We
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if he said that already on stream.
Yeah, we're running on
Mm.
fumes.
Speak for yourself.
You want to Mark Ruffalo the entire.
She posted
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Where is it?
in main chat. Oh my goodness. This is so
True.
cool.
Bobzilla, we've been talking about this stuff
Oh,
for a long time.
that's awesome.
What's that?
The
What-
dress
awesome.
that Jade.
No, Gabe had said something to Big Bob.
Oh, Jen had replied to Big Bob saying, "Where have you been? We've been talking about this stuff for months, like the new paints and."
Yeah.
All that. Hey, this is awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it looks
sick.
really good.
That's
You'll,
super
you'll learn
cool.
about Big Bob. He shows up like once in a blue moon and expects to know everything.
So he asks. Completely transparent plaid.
Probably in the gym,
In those gains.
Yeah, Big Bob's always in the gym.
getting gains.
I mean, he has
Is that
big
why
balls.
you
Gains,
Big
gains.
Bob?
He's Big Bob.
Yep.
You don't get to be Big Bobzilla without going to the gym.
So
a lot.
true.
He's actually, like, he's not that big of a dude when you meet him.
His name's Big Bob.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He comes from a small town. I did that.
Sorry.
That was me!
I had to reset there for a second.
Yeah!
I will not dig about Jason did good joke.
Oh, so stupid. I hate
Who has two
this.
thumbs and tells the best joke?
Yeah.
This guy!
That was
Yeah,
awful.
that's my joke.
Boo.
Oh, it's funny.
That was very good.
Whew. Oh, jeez.
All right, stream's over.
Yeah.
Yes. And on a high
and
note.
I mean, you can't end on a higher
Yeah,
note than that.
exactly, yeah. Get
Might
out
as
of here.
well go out now.
Do a mental reset.
Oh, so good. Yeah, but we do. We have a lot of colors coming out. We've some of them you already have known about. We've been telling you they were coming out for a long time. So we've got like the pure ultramarine and the pure bismuth.
Biscuit?
No bismuth.
Oh.
Two single pigment colors, very vibrant. We've used those quite a bit. We've got what other colors have we talked about? Satin black is coming at Adepticon.
Woohoo!
What other colors can I tell them about? I've mentioned dark turquoise in the Discord, so I can tell you that one.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic color. I'm in love with dark turquoise.
I missed it.
It is to the line what the jade family is. The turquoise family is about to become. Like if you wanna go into the blue spectrum from the green, but have that same answer, then the turquoises are going to do that with the turquoise, the dark turquoise.
Gosh dang it! So many good colors.
Yeah, we've got the orange red that people have been demanding for a long time. So you've seen me do that. You know, this is the color that we've been doing all of our Blood Angels with. So it's the first level of highlight for our bold pyro red on my Blood Angels.
Oh, nice.
Right. So it's a fantastic color.
That'd be great.
So yeah, so orange red. Are there any other ones that I've talked about that I can tell you about? No. Okay, that's it.
Must wait.
So that's like 5 of
wait.
18 that you know about.
Baby
wait.
spoilers.
Lot more coming.
Earlier you did mention a rust one.
Oh yeah. But that was only for the people who were on time.
Oh,
Yikes.
dang it!
Gabe, you ruined it.
I'm
This
fired
Ghost
again.
Hunter has to unhear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game Delay asked, do we get that pink Jason actually likes?
Get a pink that you like?
The eclectic salmon.
Yes.
I unfortunately no. It was intended to be. It got kiboshed. Unfortunately.
Bismuth. Fun word. I like saying that. Bismuth.
Oh my gosh, the dress has
Bismuth.
pockets.
Pockets?
Yeah.
I love when girls freak out about pockets in their
Dude,
dresses. It's so fun.
You don't understand.
I do because I have 3 sisters.
Okay.
But every time,
Both.
like, I like your dress. Thanks, it has pockets.
One of my prom dresses had pockets. It was crazy. It is the first feature you show off.
I'm gonna start saying that about
anytime
yeah.
I come
Hey, I really like those pants. Thanks, it's got pockets. Hey, I hope it does.
Oh,
Deep. Oh,
Yeah,
Jade
deep.
knows.
So
When you make your own
fits with
clothes, you
these.
can make them how you want.
Yeah. It's so sad. Like women's clothes, they make the pockets like this big.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
That
How
made-
do you fit anything in
That
that?
way you have to buy a purse.
Yeah,
Dumb.
fanny pack bigger than pockets.
Fanny.
Bring
Yes,
back.
exactly. Wear your dress with a
Definitely.
fanny pack.
Yeah.
Like nice,
imagine
pretty
going to-
dress,
Your prom dress and just a big,
a huge fanny pack
huge
around
fanny
the
pack.
waist.
Awesome.
But not like one of the like cool looking ones.
Not
now,
everybody
like,
can pull that off.
like a
That's some
hiking
super
one.
style happening
Yeah.
right there.
like
See,
a
that's where you bring
hiking-
like a beaded clutch or something.
Oh, here we
Why
go
did,
with
why did
words
you
I
beat
don't
your
know.
clutch?
You have to beat it for it to work.
It's beat, not beated.
The Punisher, I
Learn
have like
English.
one set of pajamas that don't have pockets, and it's awful. You should get new pajamas then.
What do you need to keep in your pajamas while you sleep? Why do your pajamas need
A
pockets?
single bottle of Pro
Yeah, I got
Acryl.
my.
You gotta put in your pocket every
A
night.
metal dreadnought
Yeah,
and a sock.
yeah.
The Spitfire,
Home
not
defense dreadnought.
38. That's a lot of colors.
That is a lot of colors.
Not 38 though.
Mm-mm.
No.
Half maybe.
Mm,
Do you do math right?
that's not half.
16 times 2 is 38.
It's
No,
No.
what?
Is it not?
No,
No,
it's
what?
32.
32.
Get your 19 would get you to
Dude.
38, but it's a little ways off.
Yep.
It's
need that.
been a long weekend. Yikes.
16 times 2 is 47, right?
No, 38. We just did this.
32.
It's been a
At
long
least
day.
now
It's been
it's-
a long day, guys.
I love you guys.
Sleepy.
CP.
Actually, my girlfriend's about to be here to pick me up.
Philip took us the wrong way for 20 minutes on the way there.
That's not true.
On the way there.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
He did.
We got in the car and said, get on the 93, Gabe, and then we're taking the 93 the rest of the way.
Yep.
Except there's a part when you're on the 93
Yeah, you can't stay on the 90.
where it just turns. Like, you just have to
It's
get
like
off
an
the
exit.
highway as an exit.
Yeah.
That is the 93, and I did not see that.
And so we drove, and I was driving, and I look at Philip. I'm like, I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I don't know why. Can you just
Yeah,
check?
your gut just says
Yeah.
this ain't right.
Can
He
you
said
just
no.
check-
Specifically said, I feel like we're going southwest.
Yeah, I feel like we're going southwest.
It wasn't the wrong way.
Primal instinct.
I feel like we're going
kicked in.
southwest, and he looks at it and he goes, "Oh shoot!"
His
I'm like,
pigeon
"Oh,
magnetism turned on.
no." Yeah.
Migratory bird
He
instinct.
tapped
Yeah.
into his ancestors'
Yeah.
hunting
So-
skills.
Yeah,
So we
exactly. Why are we going southwest?
turned the car around.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was super fun. I'll live that down. Never.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
At least it was only like 20 minutes that you were redirected.
Yeah.
20 minutes one way, then 20
Yeah,
minutes the other
one
way.
So it's 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, yeah.
We'll never forget it though.
No, we'll
If
never
we ever
forget.
if we ever drive back to LVO, we'll never forget that. It'll always be all right. We're coming up to that turn.
Here
Don't
comes that
forget it.
overpass.
Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Dr. I'll just bundle up all the colors in a bag and hide it under the booth table for me. Gotta go quick. Those things will fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
Bring enough. Don't worry.
For what? At
Adepticon?
Adepticon?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully.
We are.
It's a lot of colors.
There's a lot of colors,
A lot of colors.
and we should have enough. But Adepticon always surprises us, and because this is kind of the world first for these colors to be able to get there, and the artists will be at Adepticon.
Ooh.
That's the first we said that, isn't it?
I don't know.
No, I
So
said that earlier in the week
Ah,
or last week.
gone.
Yep. It'll be very exciting.
That's gonna be sick.
Mm-hmm. We'll do our best, chat.
All right, my ride's here.
Bye, Phil.
Bye.
Philip, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
I will see you guys mañana. Well, maybe not stream. I don't know. I'll see everybody else here.
Bye, Philip.
Bye.
Bye.
Actually, go over to that.
Chuck and
chair.
Jade won't be in town until Friday. We'll try to bring as much as we can.
Gabe, I'm gonna go over to Philip's chair.
Okay.
Wash me out as bad.
Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't save the settings.
Because they're crap. Well, they're not crappy webcams, but they're webcams.
OBS doesn't save the property settings I change on them. Yes, they are just webcams. First stop for you on Thursday when you get there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wad will grab you some. Be there starting Wednesday. Dang.
We won't even be there Wednesday. I mean, we will, but
Trying
we'll be
to work
ready
my
to go
First Golden Demon
on
entry.
Thursdays.
And now I'm looking at my paint trying to guess new colors because I missed the quick list apparently.
Yeah, we didn't list all of them.
Mm-mm.
Just-
Just a handful. We'll post the VOD. Go back. Remember. Yeah, very excited for Adepticon. Should be a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff.
I think I'm finally gonna cave and get an Evo bag.
What?
I know.
Dang.
Yep.
Here's Schlebby's turning into a painter.
I know.
We
That's
got
the
her.
last thing I need.
We got her. It took only a year of working here
It's
to be
because
surrounded by paint
it's
constantly.
because I have so many hobbies that I don't need another one.
You don't have enough hobbies. You gotta have as too many hobbies is a good thing.
I wouldn't listen to Gabe.
No,
Yeah.
Don't listen to Gabe.
I don't know about that.
Don't listen to Gabe.
Go bags even hold yarn. I have thought about making it so that it could hold yarn.
Like building your own insert.
Yeah, like it would be
Kinda
ideal to have dowels that go across the inside where like the foam goes, and then I can just like put skeins of yarn onto the dowels.
Sorry, you said what? A what of yarn?
A skein.
What the heck is a skein?
It's the measurement of a ball of yarn. I don't know what to tell you.
Game delay. That is not what they're called.
Shelby didn't make the rules of yarn.
Game delay said colors they listed: insidious orange, conspicuous turquoise,
Mm.
smooth black, nefarious yellow, and grump.
Grump. My favorite one.
My favorite color.
I'll just
Yeah.
throw back my legs and pollute my breeches with
That's a
delight.
good color. But yeah, I've thought about configuring the Evo bag into a yarn coat.
So we found out that in the UK their Fanta is yellow, and they were very surprised to see that Fanta was orange here.
Yeah.
They were confused and almost scared to drink it. It was very funny.
Yeah, they were like, is this radioactive?
Yeah.
Well, it's just orange.
Just anytime anybody says anything like that, you just say, "Yeah, you have iron brew over there." It's literally like orange or blue are your choices. So don't talk to me.
Yeah. Game delay. If you do make a grump, please save me a bottle. Fanta does come in many colors, but it was just like regular Fanta.
Yeah, like orange, but I feel like regular Fanta is the
Just
flavor
is
orange.
the flavor
I
orange.
think so. Yeah.
But I think their orange Fanta is like yellow.
Well, why is it orange then?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
It can still taste like orange, but not have to be orange.
Well, remember, more of the citrus over there is lemon
Mm.
Yeah.
than orange. So maybe it's more of a lemon citrus thing.
I can see that.
Yeah, maybe it's a lemon
We got
Fanta.
and we got lots of oranges over here.
We do. Red Fanta is the best. What's red Fanta?
Yeah, what?
Cherry?
It's the
Strawberry.
blood of my
Strawberry.
enemies.
Can you take UK Fanta, then put Pro Curl Floral Orange in it? Get a taste of home. No. As much as you may want to.
Might just be a food dye thing. Yeah, probably. Burnt sienna Fanta.
Mm. Red Fanta just tastes like red.
What does red taste like? Do you know? What does
Okay,
red taste
I
like?
understand actually.
No, what
I'm
does
there.
red taste like?
No, I'm there.
I don't like that. What does red taste like?
Yeah. And you know, you know.
Is it like a strange combination of cherries, strawberries, and apples?
It's red. Oh.
Red Fanta makes you drink it faster. Strawberry.
That's an orc thing.
Strawberry.
The real question is, what does Big Red taste like?
Cream soda.
So red tastes like cream soda.
I don't know why it's red.
Red tastes like the feeling of a cold doorknob smacking your wrist.
Mm.
Mm.
Any update on the texture models?
My goodness. Where have you been, Bob?
What do you mean
Yeah.
update?
They're on the store.
The
Yeah.
first production run there's 2 of them left, and
They're
then they'll be
up.
sold out.
Yeah.
They're on the store, man.
We sold out of them at LVO too.
Mm-hmm.
They came out a week or 2 ago,
Yeah, last week.
and they've already production run 1 had 2 or 3 left on the site this afternoon when I had to place an order for one of our promo guys.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be making more. So
Super, super cool. Jensen again with this? Yours came in the mail Saturday. Nice. Everybody's texture trainer came in Saturday. I know. Maybe I need to pick mine up.
Yeah, sounds
I need
like
to pick
it.
one up today.
They are
Unless chat
amazing.
buys them before I can.
They really do. They sell themselves. It was so great seeing people get super excited when we would show them at LVO because we'd show them the box. They're like, oh yeah, it's pretty neat. And then we would show them the one that's outside of the box, and they're like, oh, that's awesome.
Mhm. I think it's the size. Like I think a
Yeah.
lot of times people will package smaller things in a box that's larger, but ours fit right perfectly inside the box.
Yeah.
yeah, you get exactly what you see.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like some tiny thing, but it's also not so big that it's like dissuades you from painting.
Right.
Jen says Big Red tastes like bubblegum cream soda.
Mm.
Ugh. Ugh.
Gabe doesn't like that.
No. It you know when you eat whipped cream or like cream in a donut or something, it tickles the back of your throat. Weird. You ever had that before? Or you eat something that's too
I'm not a freak. Oh no.
Okay. Okay. That's
Do
what
I
that
get
was to
a
me.
do I get a say here?
Jason, shh. Agree with me.
She's been bullying me all weekend.
Whatever. I have to
Been a
dish it as much
bully.
as I take it.
She's been a bully.
That was
Yeah.
our hope.
Got you, Philip, and Jordan. I
Yeah.
gotta fend for myself somehow.
Yeah, and she's like, take this water bottle, drink it.
Yeah.
Drink your
I had
water
to
bottle.
bully them into hydration.
And she handed me this weird purple drink and said, drink this. Drink this.
I didn't.
It's
It was-
good for you.
For the record, it was pink. I kept him full of
And
vitamins.
Nicholas said, if y'all are gonna package like that, could you maybe bust into the potato chip market?
You get exactly what you see.
Exactly what you see.
I'd be
It's full.
assassinated if I made things like potato chips because you'd get as much as looked like would actually fit in the bag,
Yeah.
and I'd be killed by big potato chip.
Panic bomb. Yeah, Jordan was walking around tipping booths over
Yeah, crashing into things.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Throwing things at people.
and yeah,
It was wild.
yeah. At one point he was hanging from the bell. It was weird.
Singing Wrecking Ball. It was great.
Okay, so if I ever see Jordan, I came in like a wrecking ball. I quit.
No, it's
I
so
quit. Nobody gets fired. I quit.
so funny.
Your penalty is you have to stay and run this joint without me. That's what's happening right now.
Bobzilla said you would be the potato chip version of Five Guys fries.
We were just talking about Five Guys fries.
Yeah, they fill the freaking bag.
It's the best.
It's too bad their fries suck.
Yeah, yeah.
They had
That's
hot
probably why
dogs.
they can fill the bag.
Like, if I wanted 8 gallons of peanut oil, I would have just bought 8 gallons of peanut oil.
Potato chips are packaged like that so they don't break before you buy them.
Sure.
That's what they tell you.
Just make the bag bigger
so that they can do better marketing.
so they can fit more.
So the
into
first
it.
thing what's the first thing you do with a potato chip?
Eat it?
You put it in your mouth and break it. So don't give me that crap.
Yeah, I don't really care if they're in like tiny pieces. It's annoying. But
Tortilla chip bags. Like,
One of the best things ever
Those are full.
was like when they did the Cheetos in like the crunchy Cheetos, but they were in small little balls in a Pringles can so you could drink them.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Not drink them, but you poured them in
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like the chips that get your fingers dirty with like Cheeto dust,
Yeah.
right?
You don't have
But
to.
they
like,
made it in a deal where they were already
Aw.
like smaller Cheetos and you just tilted it back and
That's smart.
yeah. See? I don't believe the hype. There's room for improvement. Disruptive tactics in the potato chip industry there.
They do Doritos minis too, apparently.
Yeah.
Let me protect him. Honestly, I crush and drink my chips anyway. Exactly. So would you rather have more crushed chips in a bag
Mm.
that looks like how much you would get in a bag? Thank you for the follow. Praise the Omnissiah one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that chip bags don't have enough in them, right? Like if I get a small bag of chips with a sandwich, I always feel like that was enough chips.
Cheeto dust does ruin paint jobs. That's for sure.
Yes.
Unless you could get Cheeto dust on the miniature, then varnish it and paint over the Cheeto dust.
And allow it to
could
be
be-
texture.
It could be part of the miniature,
Mm.
you know.
Part of the story. Gives
Yeah.
a character.
hmm
You get those. I know they have those little like fingertips. You can
Hey,
like
somebody
wear like
likes us.
rings on your fingers,
That's weird.
and then it's like chopsticks,
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
and you use it to eat like Takis or Cheetos or whatever.
Finger condoms.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, they don't. No, they're not
No,
rubber.
wait, no.
They're like.
They're not caps.
they're-
They're, they're chopstick rings.
Yeah, they're chopsticks that are
Oh.
connected to rings that you put in
Yeah.
your fingers.
I was gonna say, why not just finger condoms?
Sure, Jason. If you want to wear finger condoms, you can do that.
I mean, that's what they're made for, is for when you're doing stuff that's gonna get messy crap all over your fingers.
I always had to when I was working in food. Like if I had like a cut on my finger, they would make me wear one.
Yeah, those little sleeves that
Yeah,
roll up on
they're
your finger.
awful. I hated wearing them.
My problem with them is that I lose my dexterity with them because I can't feel
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing as well. But they supposedly made them to where they're like super thin. I see people doing like fine soldering and things like fine part soldering with them. And stuff.
Underser said it's more of a finger strap on, actually.
Well, so that's not where we were trying to take that. But dirty-minded individuals. What are you?
Yeah, Xenobond.
12?
Cheeto dust is that realistic Mars basing powder.
Hmm.
Exactly.
$340.
What?
Dang.
I'm ready to shower and go to bed.
Is that what the rest of the day entails for you?
Not immediately, but.
Are we at that point? You're like, I'm done. This has been a lot. Finished.
I do foresee an earlier bedtime in my future.
I foresaw prior to my need now to apparently stay late and do more work that I was going to go home. I had a big plan. I'm on a god run in Noida.
Oh.
They don't happen very often, and I'm very excited about it. Even Jen knows what's going on and knows that it is exciting. Because Jen came in and she goes, "How's your game?" I go, "Good." She goes, "Is this the same one?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "How long have you been playing this?" I was like, 3 days. Which, if you've ever played Noida, to be on a run that has lasted me 3 days is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so worried. Like, around every turn, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get polymorphed. I'm going to get sheeped and die. It's the only way I can die right now, I think, is by being sheeped. I don't think there's anything in the game that can kill me. Well, unless I get stuck on a pixel or something stupid like that. I'm in pretty good shape. I'm thinking about taking this and doing if anybody knows about Noida, I don't know how many, I've asked this a bunch of times and a lot of people don't play it. So, but if anybody knows about Noita, I'm possibly going to go for a 34 orb run.
Ooh.
Maybe 33 might be all I can find. I forget how hard the 34th one is to find. But you have to go to lots of parallel worlds. So there's one world in Noida. It's this whole big expansive. Yeah. Every pixel exists in the same world. There's no loading screens, no instances. And every pixel is attached to the physics engine. So everything burns, breaks, blows up, deadly, trying to kill you.
Flows
and
like water.
There's infinite of those worlds to the left and the right of the main world. You can drill through the rock, and then there's a big area of cursed rock. And if you get enough health and you have enough digging, you can speed through the cursed rock without dying. And then you get to another world that's sort of like the main world, but it has lots of worse creatures in it. And like some of the bosses are just duplicated as rando things you find.
Oh my gosh.
And it doesn't have all the same stuff. But it lets you go through and get more orbs and all that. And each one of the orbs powers up the boss to where the main boss, if you get 34 orbs, I think he has over 100 billion health.
Goodness gracious.
Something like that. So then, of course, the whole game is to devise a wand that can do 100 billion damage before he kills you. Because he also, at that stage, has got, like, resistances to everything. Because every time you get another orb... Right now, I'm only at 5 orbs. I haven't been brave enough to get any more. Because after 5 orbs, it starts getting rough. And you have up to 33, so we'll see.
Jeez.
Game Delay says, does it help if we say 34 orbs? That's madness. It probably does, except that you asked it that way. So no, it doesn't. $7 p.m. bedtime is overrated. Or underrated.
It is.
Critical Falcon, this is the lion himself, except that we already had the lion. So I'm confused. Which one is the real lion? So they look similar, like they could be brothers or something.
Is the one you're painting now a new sculpt?
This is the 40K one.
Okay.
He's come back to life in 40K.
Okay.
And this is the 30K one.
Got it.
That we did for our 30K Dark Angels. So I did the armor totally different for the 30K one.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this sculpt though. It's a lot of fun. Good pose.
Yeah, I think that one's cooler than the other one.
I like the pose better on this guy, but he's not as, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. I think that this guy without the shield and like a fighting stance with a sword but lunging forward would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one kind of has the old man in the woods feel.
Yeah, I like the movement in it.
DW makes some good models.
AG Dijon, I'm painting a Tampa Bat Buccaneer helmet for my nephew. What color do you recommend for pewter?
Is that the gray or the silver of Tampa Bay? Is pewter? Because say Tampa Bay has like the silver, red, black, right?
Mhm.
I mean, from our paints or just in general? Because in our paints, it would be like, if you wanted to do it in metallic, you'd start with the dark silver and probably layer in some transparent black into it.
It's a gray.
Oh, it's more of a gray. But yeah, like a silvery color. But if you don't want metallic,
AG Dijon said,
I would
was
think
thinking
more of the
gray-brown.
warm grays would be your spot for that. You might do dark neutral gray and then warm gray. Because warm gray has kind of a more graphite feel to it, which I feel like that's what they are. It's kind of a bronzy gray, brownish feel.
Yeah, bronze grayish.
Yeah. So technically any of our grays, and then you could look at adding in maybe a little bit of brown transparent. But I think that the warm grays already start you off in that direction. Dark warm gray, already give you a pretty good look. Like that. Let's take a quick look. Because this one has me interested.
We're doing some mixing, folks.
So
Mixy mix.
that's warm gray and dark warm gray. So if we were to just, do I have anything? Where's one of my mini Space Marines? One of our
Clown Marines.
Space Marine clowns. These are the ones that travel to shows with us all the time.
You want me to punch you out?
No.
Okay.
I'm just putting paint on the palette right now. Give me a second. So if we just do dark warm gray, it's gonna be pretty close. Because it already has kind of a yellowy greenish almost tint to it.
Boshix 22 just raided.
Thank you, Raiders. Hello,
Welcome, welcome. We're playing around with some mixtures of our grays to get a kind of pewter color.
So the dark warm gray itself is pretty close. If you wanted just super simple, you could just do that. If you then want to go on, I'm just going to kind of wet blend the warm gray in for the highlight here. Right. I would think those two give you a really good job. It may just be that easy. I would think that probably works. as opposed to the neutral grays, which are going to be more like mixing white and black, right? These have that little bit of hint of brownishness to them that I think would work really well. So again, those two. Warm gray, dark warm gray.
Nice. AG John said, yes, I can add a touch of bronze. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to have a little bit of metallic, that'd be great, actually. Just a little spot of bronze in there. It won't be shiny, but it would give you that dirty brown look. I like that a lot. Toshi, welcome. Welcome, Raiders.
What colors are you gonna do on the shield?
The shield is the Emperor's shield, and so it has a field of like burgundy kind of color. It's the color of the Custodes, so it's gold and red, basically. A deep red and gold trim.
That'll look cool with his cloak.
An eagle. Yeah, so it'll punch some red in there for us. We'll be doing red detailing on his black armor too, because it's kind of that's the real color of the 30K Dark Angel colors anyway. It was black armor, red and white. They didn't have any green. The 40K Dark Angels brought green onto the scene, so I liked the idea of that.
Did you do any shading on the underside of the cloak, or is that just a natural shadow?
No, I shaded it.
Okay.
I did it all with the airbrush. It's like 3 colors.
Mhm.
I still have to do brush work on it, but it has started from maybe dark golden brown and then up through to khaki. Mixed, it's dark golden brown, then golden brown and khaki, and then just khaki, I think. To be a dirty white.
Yeah.
So I didn't let any of those colors be real dark on there. The idea is to go back with olive flesh maybe, and maybe a spot of white here and there.
What color are you using right now?
It's just white blue.
Okay.
No, Ghost Hunter, you did not hear olive drab.
Yeah, we're still sketching, right? All of the work that we've done today has been sketching in values for the metal. So I will do this until I'm happy with how the lighting is all placed on here. And then the next layer will be to start knocking the armor back to black. It's the same kind of thing that I do in the video that I think is called like From Rough to Awesome, doing black armor. Same kind of thing that I'm doing here. I just only used gray, like white, black, and gray to do the under sketching on this guy. But it looked, if you go and watch the video on YouTube, it was really, really rough. Like big,
Yeah.
like squishy brush strokes. And then using the airbrush over the top of that with transparent black and blue from the top to give that coloring, and transparent black and red from the bottom to give a little bit of warmth into the shadows. And this one, we're already using the blue, right? Everything that you see on the armor right now is kind of already in this color range because it's all Payne's gray and white blue mixed. So that's the only 2 colors I'm using on the armor. And once we get to the end of the sketching, then I'll use, probably the transparent black and just go straight over this and maybe add a little bit of blue from the top and maybe a little bit of green from the bottom. So I get kind of a blue, and instead of red in the shadows, maybe the green in the shadows will look cool. We'll play around with it and see. But it lets me move a lot quicker because I don't have to worry about blending. Blending takes all of your time. And so if you can find a way that you're comfortable painting your initial concepts on the model without having to spend all that time, then you'll get to a point where you're ready and can kind of see the finish line from your initial sketch. And then you can go back and spend time on the parts of the model that are important for blending. And
If you wanted this to be kind of more steel than black, you would use transparent blue.
You
you
mean
have
if you
used-
wanted it to be more like a chrome or something? Because it is like steel right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could keep going with more blue.
Okay.
Yeah, this is really just, when I underpaint and we call this value sketching, you do it the same for any color. You just need to know where your highlights are. And for reflective surfaces like metals, the finding those highlights is not as easy as it is for just like zenithal highlighting the rest of the model, right?
We got 5 minutes. Jen said, to Ghost Hunter asking, did I hear olive drab? Yes, Shelby's in charge of it, along with the left-handed brushes, so talk to her about it. Ghost Hunter said, hey Shelby, Lord Commander put you in charge of making a color. Jen said, oh, I like this. Yes, this will be a thing from now on.
Gabriel said, I'm starting to think that talk to Shelby is what you say to problem children.
Hey Shelby, I want you to go out into this room right here, and on my mixing table, there is a sheet that you will like, and I want you to bring it in here.
Okay.
At least I think you'll like it.
Jade said, all right, nerds, I'm signing off.
See
Ride is
which one you
done."
grab, because it'd be you can
Have a
tell
good
my
night.
workspace, and grab the sheet that you'll see. It's a white black card with like 6 colors on it. Bring me the thing you like the most that you see, and that is a piece of paper with paint on it. There might be other things you like a lot in there. Don't bring those.
Oh, no. Are you going to show something off?
We're going to let Shelby do a quick review of some of the forthcoming colors. Show it. Oh, yeah. Is that your favorite out of what you saw? Yeah. Aren't those great?
Oh, my gosh.
Show them to Gabe.
I get to see these. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. That's awesome.
So now you can go sit and talk about them.
Oh
You don't get to show them.
I don't need to show them?
You can sit and tell the Shelby story of what you have in your hands.
Guys, this is so exciting. Wow.
When somebody said put Shelby in charge of colors, I was like, I already know what you make. I just made them.
So, I'm looking at some of the new colors right now.
Did she get to say what colors she's looking at?
I mean, in general concept, she can kind of say what she's seeing.
Well, you've showed a couple of them.
Yeah, the bismuth yellow and the ultramarine are on that. So
I see those, and they're very they're very pretty. The dark turquoise is on this
yes.
piece. Lovely pink.
How great is it?
It is so great. It's like
It got tons better yesterday as I was working it out too. I found like what I think is like the ultimate mix for that color. Finally came together for me because I was struggling with it.
like a warm beach day. How I would describe it. So whatever you think a warm beach day would feel like in turquoise, that's what this color is.
That's actually a really good way to say that. Because it's a warm blue.
It's pretty.
It's a beautiful color.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh. Gosh. Okay. There's another color here. That's like when you walk out of the house and you have some nice
I love this, by the way.
how do I describe this?
I love the way that she's describing to you when people are in chat like, just tell us the damn color!
I don't want to.
No, don't.
But I don't want to hint too much. This one is like the feeling of a mojito when you drink it.
The feeling of a mojito when you
Yes.
drink it.
Oh, like super refreshing?
Yes.
Which color are we talking about?
I think you know.
The green?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good, right?
Oh.
The refreshing mojito. Wow, these are all great. Good golly.
I'm very stoked on the green. As I was mixing the green yesterday, I was like, I wish I would have had this when I painted this cloak. It's not as yellow as the greens that I mixed while making this cloak, but it is the perfect green for this cloak. It's so good. I might have to mix up some and paint with it on stream just to piss people off.
Yeah, you might have to.
Describe the Pepto yellow now. The bismuth.
Oh, yeah, the bismuth. Okay. Gotta really think about this one.
I love how Chuck says drunk is only a color if you've had too much, Shelby.
No, you're not. The green doesn't give feelings of drunkenness. It's very. It's leisure.
Like sitting by the pool and you're just like a nice like
It's so ooh yeah. No,
Wait
it's
now,
good.
Jade. Dastro, what's going on? Jade, did you leave and come back, or have you not left yet?
I think Jade was leaving and then heard new colors
and stuff. We
stuck
got her.
around.
Got him.
Okay.
It looks like if you wanted to stop pooping, but in yellow.
No, the yellow is like.
That's awesome, by the way.
The yellow is like when you have sour candy, and it like makes your mouth pucker. Like it's so sour.
Oh, and that watering at the back
Yep.
of your tongue
Yep.
from that sour taste.
Exactly.
Oh boy, that is what bismuth looks like, isn't it?
Yep. Exactly what it looks like. What was the other one? The ultramarine?
Yeah. Ultramarine is literally just a really good color. It's a good vibrant blue without having to. It lays in between blue and purple pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks calming. You look at it and you're like, oh, I'm so calm. Good color.
So give me your thoughts for that set as a whole.
As a whole,
That's 5 of them, isn't it?
this is.
Oh, she didn't talk about the.
I haven't talked
number
about
6.
all of them.
She only talked about 4. I
This
think.
last color is, I think, my favorite. This color is like. Well, I don't think I talked about.
Yeah, I don't think you've talked about 2.
I
Either
don't
of the
think
reds.
I've talked about the last 2. Okay, the last 2 are both incredible. The second to last one is. Really tap into my senses.
You've been crushing it with the description, so you got to make sure you keep crushing it.
I know, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's so much pressure.
Shelby's looking at
Yeah, fancy colors.
new fancy colors.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fancy colors.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon, what do you think of those colors?
What colors? Let me.
We can't show people.
You can't show people and you can't say what it is. You're describing the feeling.
Describe the feeling without giving away what it actually.
Describe the feeling of.
Yeah, give
You
her an
could
example.
Describe a feeling. So for this one, said that it's like when you have sour candy and you pucker your lips and you get the watering in the back of your tongue, and that's
Okay.
what that one is.
Okay. Other one. Then telling me. Say
Yeah.
I feel anger.
Oh,
Anger.
she
Yeah.
feels anger.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of anger are we talking about?
You gotta say it in the microphone.
I think it's a bubbly.
Oh,
It is a red.
yes.
So reds are known for
anger.
Yes.
Bubbly red.
Bubbly is a good one though.
Bubbly anger.
The word bubbly changes it.
Because it's not like the out of your ears.
No,
Anger.
it's like it's like slow and rolling.
Yes, a
Mhm.
bubbly anger.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that last one really calls to me.
Oh yeah.
It's like the perfect shade of a lipstick I would wear.
Oh.
I was gonna say it's the best ever lipstick or fingernail color ever made.
Yes.
No, that's good.
Yep. All
That's
across
good.
the
Is this
board.
is this the excited one that you told me about, Jason, before we started streaming?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I do also. So I have this one in my hands. Let me
Oh. Okay, yeah.
keep that secret safe, Mom. Jason, what?
Are the two swatches the same? The two papers had the same colors on them, or they have different stuff?
Yeah.
Are they the same?
Yeah. Well, the one is the one with the tons of stuff on it
Mm-hmm.
is my, like, as I'm having ideas for colors, I kind of put pigments together,
Gotcha.
and then when I get to one that I really like, I focus on that family.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing lots of different reflections here.
Yeah, careful, because those sheets, when you get them in this, those are ones we never show the public because those have like all the ideas on them.
Yeah.
Oh, the master.
I'll start off and I'll be like, you know what I need is a new green, and so I'll just start throwing greens together.
Oh, yes.
And then what we get out of it is like a family of color that could be like, 14 new colors, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of really cool stuff there for the greens.
I'm looking
That's
at
cool.
a lot of greens on this.
Yeah, if
paper
that's,
right
I figure
now.
that's the one you grabbed. That one's got a lot of really, really cool colors on it.
Yeah, and a lot of really cool finishes.
There's a lot of what I would say are the next in line for the Emerald family on that page.
Show me. Just a
Show.
peeky.
Is would this be maybe tied to the fact that you were
Oh.
painting a cloak?
Oh.
Painting a cloak in emerald kind of colors.
Yeah.
No, it actually wasn't because I was doing it after the fact. But
Ah.
Wow. Yeah. Very nice. Very
Good stuff.
Shelby, Ghost Hunter wanted to know if any of the greens remind you of an olive.
You know.
maybe a drab olive.
Yeah, maybe an olive drab.
interesting. That's a good question.
It does not, in any sense of the
No,
word,
Yeah, not at all.
remind me of olive drab.
Olive drab. Oh, that makes me not want to eat olive.
This color combination specifically together on this paper I'm holding gives me very happy feelings. And I don't know if that's a personal thing or if it's just a card of happiness. But either way, I'm looking at it and it brings me lots of joy. So do with that what you will.
I like it. It is 4:07.
All right, it's quitting time.
Quitting time.
Quitting time. Got quite a bit done.
Oh, you look good.
Starting to look like something.
Automaton, also not black olive.
Very nice. Very nice.
What about black olive? I like black olives. Mmm, delicious.
That was fun.
Even though you only get 4 black olives when you go to Olive Garden, saying the word black olive right now made me think about endless soup and breadsticks. Soup, salad, and breadsticks at Olive Garden right now would be so good. I'll never convince Jen because we just had soup last night and she made the best chicken chili I've ever had in my life. It was so good.
And yesterday was a perfect day.
Was it raining?
For soup, yeah,
Yes.
it was. It was
Yes.
definitely a cold, rainy.
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
was
I was here
raining.
at the office mixing paint, and when I said, "Hey, I'm done. Are you hungry?" and she goes, "Yeah, I made soup," and I'm like, "Oh my god,
Oh, that sounds great.
this woman is the best thing ever." Made soup. I didn't even care what kind it was, but I asked anyway. To tell you how little I cared, I said, "What kind?" and I said, "I'm leaving," and I shut the computer down before she could answer what kind of soup and left. So I was home, and then I walk in the door, I go, "What kind of soup?" So. Soup, salad, and breadsticks from Olive Garden. The inspiration behind this set, yes. Definitely all of the inspiration for the colors we're talking about is soup, salad, and breadsticks
Yep.
from Olive
That's the
Garden.
inspo.
Oops.
Specifically.
I'm just glad that sending
Olive
Shelby in
Garden.
there, I knew exactly what she'd pick.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
They're so pretty.
all right, gang. Thank you again for hanging out with us so much. If you are new here, please hit that follow button. We do this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Arizona out of Monument HQ. For those you may not know us, we make all these wonderful paints called Pro Acryl. So
Yeah.
if you see us using it, chances are we make it. And slinging paint, helping you guys understand better ways you can sling paint, and having fun at the same time. So thanks for hanging out with us. We'd love to see you back. Check out all the links that Gabe is putting up in the chat right now. The store and the FLGS link will show you where you can buy all of our products and support what we do, either direct from our HQ on the monument.hobbies.com website or from one of our wonderful local gaming stores spread out across the world. I think we're closing in on 400 plus retail places, maybe 500. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so definitely support your local stores. They're the guys and gals that help keep places for us to go play these games. So show your love. And then the YouTube and the Discord, great community spots. The YouTube channel we upload, Gabe over there uploads the VODs from all of the stuff that you watch here on stream up to YouTube. It's a Jen!
Ah,
Jen!
Jen!
And so you can watch all the VODs from past stuff, as well as all of our shorts and other shorter tutorials that we do direct to YouTube. And then the Discord is over 3,000 amazing artists just like you guys and gals that will be a great source of inspiration. Hobby talk, pet talk, you name it. We have lots of fun over there 24 hours a day. So please join us over on the Discord. And we love seeing you here, so we hope to see you back. We'll be back again tomorrow. Baby Jay, assuming he feels okay, he was pretty sick. So we don't know if we'll have him here tomorrow, but he is back from LVO, so he may join us again. But I will be here painting the line regardless, so I'd love to see you back. So have a wonderful evening. Stick around and show some love in the chat. We wind up rating because we will show you some more hobby goodness for the rest of your night. And we will catch you back mañana. Adios, gang. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.